Someton CNS, and welcome back to our podcast program. Today I have a very special guest. No, two special guests. Okay, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, my name is Alina Forsyth. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, and I'm here today interning at BNN as part of the Australia-Indonesia Youth Exchange Program.
And your?
Halo Semeton, perkenalkan nama saya Isa Ibrani Obinaru. Saya juga mengikuti program yang sama dengan teman saya Elina. Saya berasal dari Kabupaten Merauke, Provinsi Papua Selatan, dan sedang mengikuti program AYEP atau Australia Indonesia Youth Exchange Program, dan saya juga mendapatkan tempat magang di BNN.
Okay, thank you guys. So today's podcast would be a bit different because we're going to use bilingual, okay, English and bahasa Indonesia, ya. Jadi kalau nanti mungkin perlu subtitle, Pak Charlie, subtitle di bawah. Okay, so you two mentioned the AYEP program.
Yeah.
Maybe AYEP program is not very popular here in Nusa Tenggara Barat. Maybe you can explain what is AYEP program. Maybe first you can share.
Oke, jadi AYEP ini adalah program dari kerjasama antara pemerintah Indonesia, terkhususnya Kemenpora, dan juga dengan DFED. DFED ini semacam Kemenlu-nya Australia.
Okay.
Program ini sudah berlangsung selama 42 tahun, dan kami berdua ini adalah angkatan ke-42.
42, so 42 years.
Yes.
It's actually not a new program, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dan programnya ini syaratnya adalah berusia dari 21 sampai 25 tahun,
Okay.
memiliki kemampuan untuk berbahasa Inggris dan mengikuti rangkaian seleksi-seleksi lainnya, dan itu pun berbeda-beda di tiap provinsi, tapi intinya seleksinya cukup, ya boleh dibilang cukup ketat lah, dan nanti hanya akan ada satu orang yang mewakili dari tiap-tiap provinsinya.
Oh, okay. Jadi tiap provinsi di Indonesia itu ada satu
orang yang mewakili. Dan kebetulan aku mewakili Papua Selatan.
Oke.
Oke, setelah dari situ kita akan tinggal di Australia, kurang lebih tepatnya di kota Canberra. Canberra itu ibu kotanya Australia. Kita akan kerja di sana selama 1 bulan, lalu kita akan balik ke Indonesia dan bekerja di salah satu provinsi yang menjadi tuan rumah dari program tersebut di tahun tersebut. Dan kebetulan tahun ini tuan rumahnya adalah Provinsi Nusa Tenggara Barat.
Jadi setiap tahun itu tuan rumahnya beda-beda ya?
Beda-beda. Kalau tahun kemarin mereka di Provinsi Bengkulu.
Oh, oke. Jadi berapa delegates dari Indonesia?
21.
Oh, 21
of us.
Jadi tidak semua provinsi itu ada delegasinya ya?
Tidak semua provinsi itu ada. Kalian bisa cek di Instagram dari PCMI dari provinsi kalian masing-masing. PCMI itu singkatan dari Purna Caraka Muda Indonesia. Itu seperti kurang lebih kayak ikatan alumni pertukaran pemudanya, baik antar provinsi maupun antar negara. Kalian bisa cek di Instagram provinsi kalian masing-masing. Okay. Seperti itu.
Jadi misalnya nih tahun ini this year gitu ya, Nusa Tenggara Barat ada misalnya, atau Papua Barat ada. Tahun depan itu bisa nggak ada?
Ada kemungkinan seperti itu.
Okay.
Tahun kemarin itu senior saya tuh ada dari Papua Barat. Tahun ini nggak ada Papua Barat, adanya cuma 2 aja, Papua dan Papua Selatan.
Oke.
Seperti itu.
And how about in Australia? Is it a big program there?
Yeah, it's not as well known in Australia, I think, as it should be. I think, unfortunately, a lot of Australians don't have, young Australians have a great awareness about Indonesia, like Indonesians do about Australia. Okay. So I think in that way, it's a really good program to build on that relationship and increase the relationship and knowledge about Indonesia in Australia. Yeah, but we're really lucky that it's, like you said, it's a really long-running program, and I think for Australia, it's quite unique. There aren't that many other exchange programs for other countries for young people or in general. So it really shows that the good ties and the good relationship between Australia and Indonesia and how pivotal they've been for so long. So yeah, programs like IAP are incredibly important, and not only are they fun, but they also help build future relationships for trade, culture, economics, all those sorts of things, education, because education is huge. Yeah, so it's an amazing opportunity for young people in Australia who grow up, in the Western world to learn a lot about the real life in Indonesia and get a good understanding of how to have an international career. And I think it does the same for the Indonesians as well. But yeah, it's the most fun program and so good. And I definitely think more people need to be made aware of it because, yeah, it changes lives and it's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And you say that is not that well-known program, but how do you know this program? How do you find out that there
Yeah.
are this AEF program?
Yeah, I can't exactly remember exactly how I found out.
Yeah.
I think it might have been on LinkedIn.
Oh,
I
in
was
LinkedIn?
just scrolling through LinkedIn. There's heaps of opportunities there, and I think I saw just this advert in January. Applications didn't even open until June. So I just signed up to the wait list and sort of waited. But I always had it in the back of my mind as like this incredible opportunity to not only just travel to Indonesia, but get the full depth of, like, not full depth of understanding, but a great deal of understanding
Yeah.
about culture and work and life
Yeah.
within Indonesia in a way that you probably wouldn't be able to if you
Yeah.
just came here for holiday.
Yeah, that's true. And how many delegates are from Australia
Yeah.
that came with you?
Yeah, so like the Indonesians, there are 21 Australians as
Oh.
well. So each Indonesian is paired with an Australian as like a counterpart, and
Okay.
we sort of navigate the host families and internships together. So we come from all around Australia. There's not one delegate per state because we don't have 21 states, but some states only have one delegate, and
Okay.
yeah, so we just try. There's many delegates from all around Australia, which is, it provides a good diversity of what Australia is as well as Indonesia. Yeah.
Okay. So, Izai, he said that he were in Australia for a month.
Yes.
Ya, bulan apa itu?
From November to December.
November to December, and itu intern juga ya?
Ya, kami magang juga di sana.
Magang juga di sana. Do you have are you also having intern? Were you also having intern back then in November?
In Australia? No. So
No,
the
okay.
Indonesian program is in Australia and Indonesia, whereas the Australian program is just in Indonesia. We meet up for a little while, in a couple days in Canberra in Australia to get to know one another and meet each other for the first time in person. But no, our program is online, so we all start online all together, getting to know one another and learning about the program and doing a global competency certificate where we learn about how to integrate into other cultures respectfully and appropriately, and then we move, at least the Australians, to just the Indonesia phase. Yeah.
Okay. And are this the first time you join abroad program?
I've been abroad on programs before, but I've never been on an exchange program to this level where you don't just integrate like with culture, but you're also integrating with education and work. And I think learning about the workplaces and the everyday lives of what most people do every day in their countries, which is work, it's a great gateway into actually uncovering what really happens within Indonesian society or what happens within societies. Because, you know, most people spend their whole time working, well, not their whole time, but a lot of their time working. And it's a great way to see like the insides of what people actually get up to. Like, what do people talk about? What does work says a lot about how people live their lives. So is it laid back? Is it rushed? Like those sorts of things like that you wouldn't ever know if you'd never had the opportunity to travel and have that experience. Yeah. And it also helps with building closer relationships. You know, you meet people that you wouldn't have met. This is a youth exchange program, but because we're in our internships, we're not just meeting young people, we're meeting people from all across Indonesia, it provides a great understanding of, you know, the difference and the diversity of Indonesia. Yeah. And its people.
Maybe if you only join the exchange youth in other program, maybe you are exchanging in university, right?
Yeah, or when I did one in high school. But otherwise, it can be high school, university, and you sort of stick with, generally you're not really with a host family either. So that's another good way into everyday life in Indonesia is here we get to stay with host families, which is great. Whereas, other exchange programs, you sort of mainly hang out with young people and you get a good grasp of the education in that country, which is fantastic. But this provides like that extra deeper understanding and connection to the country.
Connection and work habit maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Kalau Isai, how about you? ini pertama kali ikut exchange atau
Ya, ini pertama kali juga aku ikut
Oke.
exchange dan pengalaman pertama juga ke luar negeri. Cukup senang banget lah bisa terpilih mewakili satu provinsi dan banyak pengalaman juga. A lot of experience that I ever had when I was in Canberra. Kayak di sana tuh kultur bekerjanya mereka beda banget sama kita. Terus masyarakatnya di sana multikultural banget. Nggak kayak kita. Kalau kita kan semuanya
Sebenarnya
orang
kita juga
multikultural, cuman mereka tuh kayak dari berbagai negara gitu. Jadi kayak kalau kita kan semuanya orang Indonesia, cuman beda suku gitu. Kalau
So
mereka
we
tuh
have
kayak
so many race, ethnic.
Ya.
Yeah.
in Australia, dan juga mungkin makanan juga itu jadi salah satu masalah juga ya pas aku pertama kali ke sana, karena makanan di sana itu nggak terlalu berbumbu kayak kita di Indonesia.
Oh, gitu.
Itu jadi salah satu masalah juga pas pertama kali ke sana. Tapi ya overall good. Aku cukup enjoy pengalamanku selama di sana, banyak dapat ilmu juga selama di sana, ketemu orang-orang juga di sana, ngebangun koneksi. Dan ini bisa jadi peluang bagus juga ya untuk kalian yang mau apply ke program serupa
Iya,
untuk
benar.
bisa mendapatkan pengalaman ke luar negeri dan pengalaman profesional lah, dan juga koneksi pastinya.
Iya. Aku nggak pernah tahu ada program ini. Kalau aku tahu mungkin dulu.
Iya. Dari zamannya
Iya,
Mbak
udah
masih
lama banget
kuliah
ya.
itu udah ada.
Udah 42
Udah
tahun.
42 tahun.
Oke. So apa sih benefit yang menurut kamu dapat dari program itu apa aja? Terus mungkin teman-teman juga pengen tahu apa aja mungkin yang akan ditanggung gitu selama pergi ke
Selama
Australia.
ke Australia. Benefit yang sudah pasti didapatkan adalah pengalaman lah ya.
Ya.
Bagi teman-teman yang di Australia, ke luar negeri itu kayak udah hal biasa aja gitu bagi mereka. Tapi bagi kita orang Indonesia ke luar negeri itu kan wah, itu privilege besar banget itu.
Iya, betul.
Nggak semua orang bisa beruntung untuk ke luar negeri. Dan juga tentu saja pengalaman dan juga konektivitas, kita bisa terhubung dengan orang-orang hebat di luar negeri juga, bisa belajar banyak dari mereka, baik dari ilmu maupun pengalaman juga. Dan tentu saja ya memperbagus CV kalian lah, jadi bisa mempermudah kalian untuk kedepannya, entah untuk melamar beasiswa ataupun untuk mencari kerja. Dan yang ditanggung oleh pemerintah apa saja, boleh dibilang hampir semua. Seperti visa kita ditanggung oleh pemerintah. Terus habis itu tiket pulang pergi sudah pasti ditanggung sama pemerintah. Uang saku selama di Australia pun kami ditanggung. Setelah itu apalagi ya, dan beberapa kami juga diikutkan di beberapa kegiatan-kegiatan yang dilakukan oleh embassy atau kedutaan di Australia, dan juga di konsulat jenderal Indonesia yang ada di Australia. Dan masih banyak benefit-benefit lainnya juga yang kami dapatkan selama program, Kak. Jadi ya cukup menarik lah program ini.
Oke. So tadi Isai ngomong waktu di Australia kan perlu penyesuaian makanan ya. Talking about food. What do you think about food here in Indonesia? Do you have any issue with the food?
I love the food in Indonesia.
Yeah.
I'm just not very good with spice. And because Lombok is known for its spicy food, it has been a little bit challenging. But whatever it is, I usually just try it anyway. And then I think about the consequences later. And often it's not too bad. You always have water on hand when you're trying new things. And if you don't know if it's spicy, you always try like the tiniest amount. See if it's okay, and then you move on. But everything is so full of flavor, and I love it so much. And it's so different to, I feel like at least where I am in Melbourne, there aren't too many Indonesian restaurants maybe that I go to quite often, or that I'm used to, or that are even there. So I really enjoyed I only really knew nasi goreng really. So it's really nice to try all the different dishes and realize that there's things like soto, which I love soto. It's amazing. And it's not spicy because I don't put sambal in it. So I really enjoy it. Yeah, but it's been great. And there's so many different things that I wouldn't have expected just to try. It's incredible. And the fruit here is so good and so fresh. And I love all the fruits, and that you get much fresher than you do in Australia and sort of year round. So that's really nice as well.
Is there any food that you've never tried back home and you tried first here? Is there any?
The Indonesian food.
No, I mean fruit.
Fruits. Oh, fruits.
I
Fruits.
never had jackfruit before, which was really, really cool. And I really enjoyed jackfruit.
Nangka ya.
Yeah, I don't know why I'd never had it before. I'm not quite sure, but I really enjoyed that, and I think it was and rambutan as well. I'd never had rambutan
Oh,
before,
rambutan.
which I love.
Rambutan
Yeah,
is,
that was really nice.
It's kind of like cherry. Apa ya? Rambutan tuh mirip apa ya kalau di luar negeri?
Rambutan
Like
apa
lychee.
baru?
Lychee?
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like lychee,
Yeah,
and I
it
really
tastes like
enjoyed it.
lychee.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Oke. Kalau Isai ada masalah nggak sama makanan Lombok?
Wah, kalau aku nggak ada masalah. Makanan Lombok top banget.
Top.
Soalnya aku suka pedas dan makanan-makanan di Lombok itu pedas-pedas ya. Jadi mengobati rasa rindu lah selama dia habis sebelum dari sini kan aku di Australia tuh Kak. Dan di Australia tuh makanannya tuh kayak nggak berbumbu.
Jadi
Jarang
plain,
lah berbumbu, plain. Paling-paling ya garam, merica dikit,
Hmm.
dan susah banget dapat sambal di sana. Ada sih beberapa di toko-toko supermarket Asia gitu, cuman tetap rasanya beda lah sama sambal khas Indo. Makanya sampai di Lombok, wah, kerasa balas dendam lah.
Balas dendam ya.
Balas dendam lah.
Jadi nanti di masa depan bakal liburan ke sini lagi.
Oh pasti. Harus kembali ke Lombok lah.
So, in future you consider to go back to Indonesia?
Oh,
Maybe visiting
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would love to go to. I've always wanted to go to Borneo, and to like my counterpart is from East Kalimantan, so it'd be really cool to go to East
Okay.
Kalimantan and visit her and see where she's from. And I think Indonesia is just so diverse in its
Yeah.
landscapes and obviously in its cultures and traditions. So each province and each island has so much to offer. So I can definitely, like, this is my first time ever in Indonesia, and I definitely see it being an amazing way to be introduced to the country, and I
Yeah.
will definitely be coming back to explore so much more of Indonesia. Yeah.
Wow, cool. Terus di sini udah kemana aja?
Aku kalau di sini udah ke Pantai Senggigi,
Pantai Senggigi.
Ampenan,
Yes.
terus di mana lagi ya? Ke Gili. Ke Gili udah pernah.
Oh, ke Gili. So
Ke Gili.
you've been to
Yeah.
Gili too?
Yeah,
We
we were
both-
lucky to go with
we both went to Gili.
with Ibu through our internship
Yeah.
actually. So we went to Sekotong and to some of the Gilis
Yeah.
down
What
south.
Gili did you visit?
I forgot the name. What Gili?
In
Kidis?
Sepotong or?
Yeah, the one
Gili.
in Sekotong.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gili Gede.
Yeah.
And
It
they
might be
were
Gili Gede.
incredible. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
did
incredible.
you like that?
Amazing. It was so much fun, and it's so different to things that, at least in Melbourne where I live. It's nothing like the landscape we have down there, and it was incredible, and it's beyond anything I ever imagined. It's so like it looks like the photos on the internet, and it's just stunning. Yeah.
Okay, so you like the nature here?
Oh, it's incredible. It's so beautiful. Like every time you just turn around a corner, there's like a mountain or a rainforest, and it's incredible. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Oke. Oke deh, kalau gitu, this is we've come to the end of our podcast session. So maybe you would like to give closing statement to our viewers. Mungkin ada yang mau disampaikan seperti itu. Juga karena kita di BNN ya,
Iya,
jadi
iya.
pesan kepada teman-teman viewer tentang narkoba, about the drugs.
Yep.
Ya, mungkin Isai.
I'll go first. Teman-teman mungkin sebaiknya jangan konsumsi narkoba ya, karena kita sudah pasti tahu apa saja masalah yang bisa disebabkan oleh narkoba, konsekuensi hukumnya dan lain sebagainya, dan itu sudah bisa dibilang udah hal yang banyak diketahui orang lah, dan tentu saja banyak sekali aktivitas positif yang bisa kita lakukan di luar sana untuk tidak menggunakan narkoba. Salah satunya adalah ikut exchange. Daripada kalian menggunakan narkoba, kalian bisa pergi ke luar negeri, dibiayai oleh negara, dan juga bisa bertemu dengan orang-orang hebat tentunya. Kalau dari Elena, how about you?
Yeah, so not too sure what you said. So sorry if I double up, but I've really enjoyed interning here at BNN because, like, I didn't know much. Obviously, I knew that drugs were a problem in Indonesia and they're a problem in Australia and a lot of other countries, but I've really enjoyed learning about the care and the community-orientated spirit of support that comes from BNN.
Yeah.
You know, even though their job is drug prevention and drug eradication, it's also like rehabilitation is a massive part of it, and there's so much support that you can get if you're affected by addiction or that you're struggling. There really is so much local support and staff travel hours, and they come to you and they provide you with resources and constant checkups. It's really great to see that community orientated spirit and that collectivism that Indonesia is known for, that it extends to really sensitive issues like addiction. And it's just been really, really heartwarming and nice that there's that level of care and community, which I think would really help a lot of people going through rehabilitation that need that support.
Thank you, Elina. Teman-teman, jadi kita udah sampai di akhir podcast kita. Seru banget tadi kita udah dengar gimana sih program AYEP itu, dan istilahnya itu mudah-mudahan bisa menginformasi teman-teman ya, dan bisa mungkin tahun depan ada yang mau ikut. Nah, siapa tahu bisa pergi ke Australia dan gak cuma liburan, jadi bisa dapat pengalaman yang sangat banyak gitu ya tentang bagaimana kehidupan, pendidikan, dan juga bagaimana bekerja di sana, seperti itu. Sekian dulu podcast dari kita. Mungkin sebelum selesai, karena dari tadi Elina pakai bahasa Inggris, jadi aku pengen denger dong Elina pakai bahasa Indonesia.
So she asked you to speak in Indonesia in certain word that you already mastered.
Jadi bilang aja terima kasih Semeton dan sampai jumpa, bisa nggak?
Ya, terima kasih sampai sorry
Semeton.
Okay.
It's like a thank you Semeton and see you later.
Semeton, right?
Right.
Terima kasih Semeton, sampai jumpa.
Sampai jumpa.